serious?
I did not know. You know, I didn't know anything.
On behalf of Kenyans, I feel disrespected, man of God. How did you know she's such a big deal here? She's a hit maker.
Let me tell you what happened, right? I was preaching at Mombasa at my friend's church, Dr. Lai.
Yes.
So I was sitting next to Lai.
Okay.
And she came up to sing.
All right.
And I said, whoa, this reminds me of Miriam Makeba. So I said to the guy, who is this girl, you know? I said, oh, this is our queen, Emmy, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know anything about her.
Okay.
I just said something. I said, man, anyone that will marry this girl is blessed.
Did you know she was married at that time?
She wasn't married.
Did you even know about her marital status?
Nothing. I just said, I just told my friend, I said, hey, man, any guy that will marry this girl is blessed. I see her spirit. She has a pure spirit. And that was it.
That was it?
That was my first time of seeing her in Mombasa.
How did you feel on your flight back to Nigeria? Because, I mean...
No, I was married, so I didn't think much of it. I was speaking generally. Maybe it was a prophecy, I don't know.
Yes.
You know, so I didn't think twice about it. I wasn't thinking of her. You know, at that moment, I just said, well, she has a clean spirit. That's a good person. Whoever will marry this girl is blessed. And that was it.
So fast forward many years, when now the two of you got together. What was the first word that you told her?
I told her I want to marry you because I became single after a few months.
Hey.
My wife passed, right? And at first I said I wasn't going to remarry because, you know, but eventually God said I must marry, you know? So, and the first person that came to me, no, let me say this. When I said I wasn't going to marry,
yes,
one day my son, my first son came to me and says to me, Daddy, won't you marry? I don't like you staying alone. I said, no, I don't have time to marry. I'm busy, blah, blah. You know what he said? He said, that Kenyan girl that came to sing in church, you should look for a girl, like, marry that girl. I'm telling you, the gospel truth. That was the first person that spoke marriage about Emmy to me. I didn't know Emmy. I had nothing to do with her. We were not even friends. Yeah? Oof. And, you know, I just brushed it aside. Another girl in my church, her name is Diola. Diola came to see me one day in the office. I said, Daddy, how are you? I said, I'm fine. I said, Daddy, I don't like you being like this. You're not supposed to. Come. That girl from Kenya, the same. I'm telling you, those are the first two that talked about Emmy and marriage. You know? And it's as if God needed them to speak. Then from that moment, I began to, you know, consider him as what she's too young. I don't want. You know.
Because back at home, Daddy, back at home, it was a big conversation.
It was a big
about the age.
Everything.
They're like, oh my goodness, Emmy should have gone to somebody else. There was that conversation.
Yeah.